Many of you have already experienced herbal medicine's positive effect on your health. I hope that through these videos you gain the tools to take an even greater role in your own well-being. That being said, no forum, post, or website comment should be considered health advice. You are responsible for consulting a medical professional before trying any new herb or remedy mentioned in these videos or any related forum. The content is for informational or educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice or consultations with healthcare professionals. When most people think of pharmacies, they think of this. When I think of pharmacies, I think of this. Yarrow is an amazing plant that can yield incredible results if used in the right situation. Yarrow is a member of the aster family. It's distinguished by its feathery leaves and flowers that bloom in densely arranged clusters. And this plant can grow well at maturity a few feet in height. And it actually smells fabulous. It's easy to grow from seed, and yarrow thrives in full sun in well-drained soils. But it can tolerate a variety of soil conditions, and I've seen it grow in a variety of conditions. If you don't know this herb already, it's time to become better acquainted with it. For this is a plant that has a direct, immediate, and sometimes miraculous action in first aid situations. Yarrow is also known as soldier's woundwort. It has been used for thousands of years. It's an herb of the battlefield, an important herb for the soldier and the warrior, the healer and the medic. With its bright white flattened clusters of flowers, it easily catches the eye where it grows in meadows and areas that are disturbed by humans. Yarrow, despite being a humble, overlooked plant, has the most incredible ability. It quickly and effectively stops bleeding, and in my opinion, it's one of the most important plants to be familiar with. If possible, even to grow it near your home. If you're ever in a situation where you've been wounded, cut, or bruised, get your hands on some yarrow as quickly as you can, and let me share one of my own stories with you about yarrow and this amazing plant to highlight its effectiveness. So let me tell you a story about how yarrow actually helped me. When Chris was about 4, we were on our way to Disney World. So I was in the kitchen, and actually we were going to drive. So I was in the kitchen and I was cutting up all kinds of snacks like carrots and celery and broccoli and cauliflower to take with us. And Chris was on the floor in the kitchen right next to me playing. And when he got up, he stumbled into me and he pushed me a little, and the knife cut my hand, right top part of my hand right here. And it was gushing blood, and I do mean gushing. I couldn't get it to stop. So I stuck a towel on it and I ran outside, because at the time we were living in the Poconos, actually in the woods, and I knew where there was a patch of yarrow. So I went out there, took about 5 or 6 leaves off of one, started chewing it, which is a spit poultice, and I started chewing the leaves. It's to get the chemical components of the plant starting to work and get them out. And then I stuck that spit poultice on that wound, and immediately, and I mean immediately, the bleeding stopped. And it really helped me. So I went in the house then when it stopped, and I put some butterfly band-aids on it and packed it with some more yarrow, put a band-aid over that, and then we went on our way. So that was a really great situation of how it helped me. And you can still see the scar if you look really good, and I'll go up to it a little bit, right on the top part of my hand. But it stopped the bleeding really quick, and I was able to go on my way. I share this with you to emphasize what an amazing healer this plant really is. Its actions are considerable. As a hemostatic, it stops the flow of blood. As an analgesic, it lessens the pain. and as an antiseptic, it prevents infections. This is the reason why soldiers and healers have relied on the power of yarrow for centuries. And besides wound healing, yarrow contains flavonoids that are plant-based chemicals that increase saliva and stomach acid to help improve digestion. Yarrow may also relax, soothe muscles in the intestines and uterus, which can relieve stomach and menstrual cramps. Its antispasmodic effect may help to soothe symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, and it's long considered by herbalists to be a blood-moving herb. Yarrow has been used to stimulate blood circulation and lower blood pressure. In herbal medicine terminology, it's also known as an amphoteric, which means it can work in seemingly contradictory ways to help the body achieve homeostasis or normalize. It can be beneficial in alleviating digestive complaints and symptoms of the cold and flu, and it's also used to treat hemorrhoids, ease menstrual discomfort and postpartum bleeding, and reduce inflammation in the gums. In short, yarrow has the following medicinal uses. The modern medicinal use for yarrow have even included treatments for malaria, hepatitis, jaundice, liver disorders. It is known as a hepatoprotective herb, meaning it protects the liver. When taken at the onset of influenza symptoms, it can greatly help ease the symptoms of the influenza since it's a natural anticatarrhal. That means it removes excess mucus from the body, and natural fever reducer too through the perspiration. Yarrow can also be used as a mild sedative to reduce anxiety and promote sleep. When England experienced a pharmaceutical shortage during World War II, the Ministry of Health recruited children and adults to wild forage for yarrow in order to augment their supply. Yarrow essential oil has been shown to have antimicrobial properties against certain bacteria, including E. coli and pneumonia. It may also help with urinary tract infections. And believe it or not, a study done on yarrow even showed great antiviral activity against polio. Another study showed that yarrow helped lower blood glucose levels. Have I told you just how amazing the medicinal uses for yarrow are? They're pretty amazing, aren't they? If you're enjoying this medicinal plant series, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be glad to bring you more.